Guys, welcome in the top left. We have from Team Fnatic Rate Call, it is Oz, the PvP specialist about a year ago, and looking more like the PvP chump to Naniwa, who is the yellow Protoss in the bottom right corner. Naniwa, of course, looking awesome. Now the thing is, Naniwa has been doing this all with one build, essentially. He has shown variation in that, but it's the fact that his build can respond to the situation and can respond to the map, and I like that. I like that a lot. Because I remember even just 6 months ago with Naniwa, he kind of had a really big different outlook on his game, on pro gaming, on StarCraft 2. Remember when he came to visit us at the NASL Studios?
Yes. We
got to tap into his mind. I feel like that's just a completely different Naniwa
than we
know now.
I mean, his attitude is probably the same. He's probably still the very happy-go-lucky guy. But his outlook on professional gaming, his outlook on how we should actually tackle this game is something that I think is a lot more refined. He is happy-go-lucky, man.
So Naniwa and Suppy are like the same, right? Is that what
yes.
He's as nice as
Dude,
Bryce.
Naniwa is a cuddly teddy bear underneath. You just got to rip through that layer of his outside.
Yeah, he's like Naniwa is like an onion, man. Once you peel away the layers that make you tear up, you finally get to the good stuff.
Yeah, I really like.
I have a lot of pictures of you and Naniwa having a lot of romantic moments.
We are pretty romantic. By the way, Naniwa changing up his build, as you can see, a second pylon is going to go down. Still no second gas, so it might be looking like a potential 4-gate. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. Well, okay, I can think of a lot of different things, but Naniwa not going his absolute standard just tells me, okay, why are you keeping all your probes on? You're really comfortable. You went 4 games in a row. No, 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row doing the same exact build. Why are you changing up? I really feel like he's going to do gateway pressure, but he could still do just absolute standard stuff. We can see just 2 gates into Blink Stalkers, I don't know, 2 gates into Robo, something like that. On the other side, we do have Oz going the slightly faster assimilator, but he's playing the same exact way. I'm really looking forward to see what we see from him, but very, very, I would say, unstable builds coming out from Oz so far in the first, 3 games? Why do I keep blanking on this? Yes, the first 3 games. Very unstable builds, I would say, all of which have very hard build order counters. Now, the first game, of course, Oz got the money scout. The next 2 games, though, I feel like Naniwa had the perfect build to deal with Oz. And because of that, Oz just was not able to keep up into that mid-game.
Naniwa adding on a second gateway, but he's still going Zealot Sentry, so I think he wants to be more safe against Oz, especially since it is in Tomb Valley. It is hard to hold off any kind of aggression, but Robo expands are still possible on this map. In fact, I talked to Rotterdam a lot about this map in particular because he practiced a lot against TT1, and he was saying, or TT1 was saying, Robo expands are extremely powerful because of such a narrow ramp initially to the main, but also because the wide ramp on the natural too. You can kind of protect and set up like a super arc. You can kind of like look at how much area you can set up in response to your opponent trying to bust a ramp. So I don't know. Like I think in general that build is very powerful. But Naniwa is going for Stargate once again.
Frodan, I think Robo Expand is the only build, FYI. Robo Expand into double Stargate. That's the only thing I can think of whenever I'm playing all my PvPs.
That's how I play PvZ too, man.
No, I said PvPs.
I know,
Frodan.
but I'm saying I want to start doing that in PvZ and PvT. To be like, what? You went Robo Expand in PvT? It's like, wait, you went double Stargate against Marines? It's like, that's right, man.
Yeah, man.
And I make Tempests.
That's how you do it. Anyway, Stargate coming out from Naniwa, of course, just changing up ever so slightly. We saw this happen time and time again. This is Ohana and then Cloud Kingdom. He's going Stargate. Now, Blink Stalker isn't too common on this map because it's so hard to get into the main. Just like Daybreak, you only have this area to get in and then this one single area. Now, the power of Blink Stalker normally is the ability to go from main into natural, be able to attack the main, blink out, and then immediately attack the natural. But that's not really possible since this area over here is so far away from that natural. That's why Blink Stalkers aren't really too powerful. Stargate going down for Naniwa. Nexus going down for Naniwa, as well as Oz. Both these players looking to actually play later in the game. But I have to say, whenever you have Phoenixes, I feel like you, most of the time, are in an advantage just because Phoenixes offer a lot of harassment.
Yep, especially with a large distance on the map, it's very easy to kind of capitalize on that. Phoenixes are super quick. Phoenixes are also mating. It's only 2 of the 3 though, so. Oh, now there's 4, so now it works out even.
Before it was awkward.
Yeah.
Now it's awesome.
Before it's like, well, I guess we all do this with each other. It's kind of like when you have 3 casters, right, at the studio, and you're like, do I cast with you today? No, I think, Ben, I'm casting with you. It's like, Andre's like, no, actually, I'm casting. And then we all kind of joke.
Now there's 5. What is going on?
1 too many.
Laura Lease just joined in.
No,
that's what that was. But don't worry, Clutch is coming pretty soon. So we're going to have another Phoenix.
That was like our motto for like 2 months, by the way. Like, it's like, all right, so let's do this. Like, we can't do that. It's like, don't worry, Clutch is coming soon. It's true. Like, I'm not even joking.
I know.
It's like, our graphics are struggling a little bit. Don't worry, Clutch is coming,
man. He'll fix everything.
Our intros are kind of boring. Don't worry, Clutch is coming.
Clutch will be here.
Clutch is actually here on the set right now. That's also partially why we're trolling him. Oz, of course, knows what to do. Needs to just sit back. Naniwa getting in here. Not losing too much.
Boom. 1 Phoenix goes down.
That's the clutch Phoenix. No!
No. That's cool. That's cool. It wasn't you. Still, though, you can see there's not enough units out for Oz to defend both his main and his natural. If you only have like 4 units in each of them, you really can't do much. The Phoenix are going to come in, kill a couple of probes, and just bolt out without taking any losses. That's why he's keeping all of his units up in the main until he has more warpins. Now I think he feels comfortable. He's going Twilight Council Blink. You know, this is one of the things that I see a lot of pro gamers doing, and I've actually heard it on some casts. I know Artosis said it, and I have to agree. Going Blink Stalkers in response to Phoenixes, I think aren't the best way to do it. I think going straight up to Robo is the best way. And here's why. By the time you actually go Blink Stalkers, your opponents normally have Immortals there. And now you're so far behind in Robotech that your Blink Stalkers really don't have enough capacity to really do stuff. You don't have that Sentry to really force field anything out. So these Immortals are going to really pave the way to keep him defensively strong. So this whole time, Phoenixes are still going to be doing damage. If you move out into the field, you're not going to do any damage, so the Blink really doesn't have a place. However, if you go directly into Robotech and really start working on the Colossus, you can just take a 3rd very easily and say, no worries, my opponent can't attack me. I can take the economic advantage.
So to summarize, go for
Robo, not for Twilight Council, when you're defending against Phoenixes.
Okay.
Just plant your Stalkers inside of your mineral line, and that's that. I mean, don't really worry about it.
Is this like one elaborate way to say that your build's the best, Andre?
Well, if it's my build, I would have 2 Stargates.
That's right, while pressuring and containing
I would have about 12 Phoenixes out in the field, and then pumping out Void Ray Immortals.
Andre has this weird thing where, like, he was like, man, this guy goes Stargate. I'm like, well, Andre, just go 2 Stargates. And then Andre's like,
I was like,
all right. I think I'm going to do this.
You
and
know,
then
it's
just
funny.
starts winning.
It started out as a joke, and now it's like I regularly match up against Grandmaster Protosses, and I regularly beat them.
Yeah.
It's actually the most hilarious thing ever. It's a really good build, though. Carriers are in balance in this matchup.
Maybe we get to see a peek of it, but for now we just see some still some poking from Naniwa. He's moving around the map, saw the composition, the probe saturation, sees also some of the proxy pylons. Great catch. Sees both of them. Naniwa realizes that he does have a marginal lead, you know, in terms of, I guess, the tech that's out onto the field. But Oz has been very diligent about chrono boosting his probes. Look at the worker count, Andre. 53 to 40.
Wow.
Naniwa does have an army advantage, though, just in terms of raw power, 69 to 55.
Quite
but
substantial.
Not for long if he lets Oz capitalize on this economic advantage.
You know, Naniwa is actually not really making any more probes. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was going to do...
just started 2 more.
Okay, that might have been Naniwa reading that it was some sort of all-in pressure. I think he might have thought that because of the pylons being placed, so he's like, okay, just defend against this. It might have also been, you know, he decided that he wanted to all-in, but then he said, no, thank you. It doesn't feel right. But there's really no other reason not to actually make more probes, so I think Naniwa's just being comprehensive in his defense, if I have to look at it. But still, I think Naniwa's in a perfect position. From here, he just takes his 3rd very easily. He knows he has... I mean, look at this. 5 Immortals out in the field. If you replace that with the amount of Stalkers that are on the field, there's what, 6? 12, excuse me, 12 Stalkers. So what would you rather have? 12 Stalkers, 1 Immortal, or 5 Immortals? I would have 5 Immortals every single day, Frodan.
Immortals are pretty good. Naniwa, of course, the reason why he has that many workers is because he has perfect saturation. Oz, the way he's like doing everything makes it seem like he wants to take a third base and feign pressure, which is what those extra work accounts will help him. 46, pretty much the perfect number. A little bit more, but it's nothing too big of a deal. You can see that Oz is gearing up for that third base, but he's got pylons everywhere. I see red dots. I see like the back of a 13-year-old kid's neck. Like it's just red dots everywhere, man.
Just shower a little bit, clean your neck. He'll be good.
Just scrub it a little bit.
Yeah.
Black soap is actually really good. That's what I don't know what really special characteristics about black soap, but
I don't know what black soap is.
it's like some kind of really strong dirt cleansing thing. I saw it on a Neutrogena commercial. I believed it.
Oh, Neutrogena. That's the way to go, man.
Naniwa trying to eradicate the red invasion on Entombed Valley. Oz, he's still down 1-2, guys. Same thing as it was 15 minutes ago, but it might change in the next couple of minutes. Naniwa about to push in, realizing, well, his opponent has a lot of Colossus. He went double Robo.
Yep.
This is still going to be kind of tough to push in, but we're about to find out what's going to happen. Phoenix is going in to scout.
5 Immortals. Let's see how much damage it actually does. You can see Force Field's actually doing a beautiful job at actually blocking all those Zealots from getting up there, but the Colossus will break one of them. There's just too many Zealots, Frodan. Too many Zealots. The Colossus count is higher for
the probes
Oz.
are being pulled, Andre. This could be the huge defining moment. Naniwa punching his ticket to the playoffs. Oz's supply dipping below triple digits. Only Colossus remains. The Phoenix is still harassing. So many of these Colossus are weak. This Phoenix has 1 Colossus kill, going for number 2, and now the reinforcements is too much. Oz has a third base all set up. Imagine if he had more Zealots buffering. Maybe he would have been able to hold, but this one Phoenix.
I believe! Nicely done, Phoenix!
Still pushing in,
only
man.
a single Colossus. You can see so many gateways out of Naniwa. It's going to yield a ton of gateway units, of course, and now it's just going to be overwhelming. With the amount of probes that were lost there, Oz has no way of recovering against this. He doesn't have any more Colossus in production because he has no economy. It's impossible to do that. Those 5 Immortals, he actually used some of those Immortals to target down those Colossus. And guess what? It worked. Naniwa is so far ahead in this game. He's going to push on here and take it for the playoff spot.
And Naniwa will be wildcard 16, which means that he'll be playoff spot number 8 no matter what. And he will match up against Pulse if that's assuming the correction. If he can close it out here, there it is. GG. Naniwa advances to the round of 16. Wow.
Beautiful.
Awesome play from Naniwa. Great job, especially considering that he lost to Oz in the regular season.
Yeah.
And Naniwa, he finished out the season 5-3, but it was kind of a rough patch. You know, there was a lot of walkovers both for and against him. No one knew where he was sitting, but at the end of it all, he advances on, and he will play Pult.
Is it Pult?
Yeah, because it's a round of 16, right?
All right.
Or sorry, it's the round of 16. You play the bottom from the top.
Boom. I see. Boom. Headshot. Well,
Wow,
there it is,
what a
ladies and
great
gentlemen.
series to kick things off, Andre. I'm actually that was a really great series.
Yeah, I love PvP, man. I'm going to say it time and time again. I've turned into Rotterdam.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Rotterdam hangs out with me so much, I actually turned into him. Yes, I love PvP, and that's exactly why. That series was awesome. Clutch is over here with us on the second caster desk.
What did you think about the series, man?
You know, it was pretty tight. I thought Oz was looking pretty solid there for a bit, having enough Colossi to hold it, but the reinforcements from Naniwa was just too much. And Naniwa once again proves that he is the Dragon Slayer. You know, he is one of the greatest foreigner hopes we have in the world up against the Korean powerhouse players. And say what you will of his attitude, of any kind of drama that happens because of him, you cannot deny the talent that he has. And,
that's right.
And I'm excited to see him advance in any tournament, really. So.
Yeah, Naniwa, you know, he might have, like, I guess, not the best PR, but I think he has a winner's mentality.
He's getting much better in the PR department too.
Yes,
like
in
his recent interviews, he looked like basically he went through Idra's media training, because Idra became a really nice personality to be talked to on screen too. I think Naniwa's really turning a corner, not just in his personal life, but also in his play.
It's the mentality as well. As he's so focused on the game that's all that matters to him, and that's true in a sense for a lot of players. The only thing that matters is the game itself. Well, there's so much that surrounds esports now that has been built up over the last 2 years of that media training, of doing interviews, of talking about yourself, your personality, representing your team, representing your sponsors. And that's part of the package of being a professional player. And more of these players are maturing and understanding that, and they become more valuable because of that.
You know, one thing about Naniwa I want to mention, you know, I don't know if you guys have played rec ball, whether it be basketball, soccer. When I played soccer back...
I said rec ball like it's a new sport. Like you wreck stuff. I'm like, that sounds awesome. I want to play that sport.
No, but when I was playing soccer back then, I would get into these games, and nothing else mattered. Like, I wouldn't think of anything. It would just be that at the time. It didn't matter if I had, like, a nasty breakup while I was in 7th grade or 8th grade. It didn't matter. It was just about soccer at that point. And I feel like a lot of these players these days actually get emotionally and mentally broken before they even get into the game, and then it ruins them for the game. Naniwa is a person that I think just cuts everything out and is able to focus just on the game, and I think that is something really, really hard to do. It's hard to actually compel yourself to just focus on one thing, and that's it, and shut everything off. That's why I really feel like Naniwa is going to go the distance. I hope he makes it to the NASL Season 4 Finals. I really do. I think he's such an exceptional player.
Well, he does have to get through Pult in order to do that, which will be broadcasted the following week, guys. Congratulations to Naniwa. Minox should be proud. We're very proud as well. And you know what? If Naniwa does advance through Pult and you want to meet him, you can come to the NASL Finals in Long Beach, California Center Theater to come check it out. It's going to be awesome. We always do the things that you guys love, the player signings, the meet and greets, media day. It's going to be an awesome time, not just for StarCraft games, but StarCraft interaction. Why not do it with the people you love? That's
and guys, don't forget, LA Byte, if you use that promotional code, you can actually get $20 off. Do that, because I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
You are supposed to say that.
Okay.
LA Byte, $20 off. You can use that $20 to buy your meals at the finals. Why not?
Sorry.
Thank you also to Azo, the sponsor of our monitors. You can check them out. We obviously love Azo. You guys should love them too. If you want to check out all their brands, go to azo.com/NA for more information. When we come back, our second wild cards, another best of 5 Liquid Hero versus Liquid Chef. It's not a premier tournament unless it's a liquid team kill. We'll be back right after this.